from the soul with it. Good morning, America. You are watching the ESPN TV. I am your host, D Island Ricks TV, and today we have a ton of breaking news for all you Laker fans, for all you Laker lovers out there, okay? We will be breaking a ton of news, and also we'll make sure that we incorporate LeBron James in every single news media that we have. In every news clip that we have, we will make sure that we insert LeBron James because, hey, what's reported news without mentioning LeBron James? You have to mention LeBron James every 5 minutes here when you work at ESPN, okay? So they're reporting that LaMarcus Aldridge, the Heat, are the leading favorites for acquiring power forward for the San Antonio Spurs, LaMarcus Aldridge, but the Lakers are lurking. Yes, the Lakers are lurking, and they're stalking like somebody looking for the op, okay? Like somebody's trying to creep up and eliminate the op, okay? So that's first news. Bleacher Report did an article where it's titled Lakers Last Minute Trade Targets, okay? The headline reads Lakers last minute trade targets before 2021 NBA trade deadline. But first, before we get into that news, LeBron James woke up this morning with a smile on his face, okay? LeBron James ate breakfast this morning, okay? Let's not forget about that. LeBron James was just recently injured. The injury's not that bad, but he's trying to hold out until the Lakers trade for Andre Drummond so the Lakers could be finals contenders. He's not going to go out there and risk another injury just so the Lakers could go out there and lose and he could look foolish without Anthony Davis. Moving on. So they said that the Lakers should potentially trade for George Hill, which I don't understand why they would go after George Hill when George Hill was one of the ones who, I believe, he was the one who missed the free throw during the NBA Finals in 2017, 2018, if I'm not mistaken. I don't even remember, but George Hill missed the free throw. They want to make the Lakers Cleveland 3.0. Moving on, they believe that the Lakers should go after George Hill with the OKC Thunder, okay? Next on the list, one of my personal favorites, JJ Redick. I just like JJ Redick. Of course, I'm a fan of shooters, as you guys can see. I ain't got no shirt on under this, okay? I ain't gonna come up here looking all professional. Well, I am looking professional, but I want to look unprofessional under that, if that makes sense, showing a little bit of chest, the tattoos. It's a little slick look for me, you know what I'm saying? When you dark skinned, you can do stuff like that. Once again, before we move on, let's talk about LeBron James. LeBron James wears a size, I think, 13, I'm not sure. But LeBron James, his mother's name is Gloria, I believe. And LeBron James got a son named Bronny James. Everything is about LeBron James. Once again, LeBron James can dunk, LeBron James can smile, and LeBron James is probably one of the greatest players. According to ESPN, LeBron James is greater than Michael Jordan, better than Kobe Bryant, better than any player that has ever existed, okay? Can't forget to talk about LeBron James, okay? So they believe that the Lakers should also go after JJ Redick. Next on the list, Hassan Whiteside. They believe that the Lakers should go after Hassan Whiteside.
Rock and I think it's a right for people to have bad health care. For people that bad in healthcare. For people that bad in healthcare.
Hassan Whiteside will probably play the 5 while they move Anthony Davis to the 4 because Anthony Davis don't like playing the 5, even though it would better suit him to play the 5, okay? But he doesn't like playing the 5, okay? So they think that the Lakers should go after Hassan Whiteside. They need another big, which I don't understand why they got rid of JaVale McGee. They got Hassan Whiteside. They went after Montrezl Harrell, who's fighting depression. Speaking of depression, let's talk about LeBron James. We cannot forget about LeBron James. LeBron James has 3 kids. LeBron James is one of the most richest richest black men on the world. He's one of the most richest black men in the world. You can't forget about that. LeBron James is not the reason why the NBA ratings have plummeted, okay? Don't forget to talk about LeBron James. And moving on to further news, we have new news. This is breaking news from Brian Whitehorse, okay? right from the ESPN factory, okay, where everything is biased towards LeBron James, okay. Can't forget to mention the name LeBron James, okay. LeBron James, okay. Brian Windhorst is reporting that the league believes that Andre Drummond is heading to the Los Angeles Lakers to play with LeBron James. Not the Los Angeles Lakers, LeBron James, okay. And last but not least, Adrian Wojnarowski, the guy with the longest last name in last name history, okay? Adrian Wojnarowski is reporting, he explains that the Lakers trade deadline plan after LBJ injury, okay? And this is the exact headline, okay? This is the exact headline. It's not about Anthony Davis, says nothing about Anthony Davis injury. It's about the LBJ injury, okay? LeBron James. Once again, we're talking about LeBron James, okay? He's reporting that the Lakers trade deadline plan is to go after Andre Drummond, okay? Before we get out of here, let's do a quick commercial and let's talk about LeBron James once again. We cannot forget about talking about LeBron James. The media is based around LeBron James. LeBron James will get to the finals again this year. Once again, LeBron James will get to the finals again this year, okay? LeBron James once again was born in Akron, Ohio, okay? LeBron James, the NBA will make sure LeBron James get to the NBA finals this year. They will cheat to get LeBron James to the finals once again. It doesn't matter what it takes. You know, whether players mysteriously get injured, whether players fake injuries, whether players are exhausted, whether the referees have to step in and put on Laker uniforms, it does not matter. We will make sure that LeBron James get another championship just so we can make you believe that he's better than Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant. Anyway, you've watched the ESPN News. I'm your host, D. Allen Ricks TV. Thanks for coming through, and thank you for supporting the guy with no hair on his chest.